This is the fifth video in a series from Utah Physicians for a Healthy Environment. Governor Cox, do you really think we're this stupid? We just learned today that Utah's governor is negotiating a deal for Utah to become the nation's primary nuclear waste dump in exchange for some undetermined amount of federal money to donate to saving the Great Salt Lake. So we're going to trade exposure to radioactivity for maybe a little less dust? Seriously? This may be the worst idea any of our politicians have ever come up with, and that's saying a lot. On the other hand, I guess it gives us great options for an opening ceremony for the Utah Olympics in 2034. We could have a giant mushroom cloud, synchronized ice skaters dressed up as radioactive isotopes, covered wagons carrying drums of radioactive waste, pioneer children glowing in the dark. I can see it all now. It looks great. Let's be very clear. High-level nuclear waste is so deadly it has to be completely isolated for hundreds of thousands of years. No country in the world has been able to find a suitable place to store high-level waste, and that is just one of the many reasons why we shouldn't be putting all of our eggs in the basket of nuclear power for our future energy needs. This is the latest in a long history of our governor and legislature eager to sell Utah's air, water, and environment for weak promises of money and a few jobs. In April, our state's power brokers applied for the honor of being the site chosen for resuscitating the nuclear power industry. That would include the entirety of the nuclear fuel cycle, an innovation campus, fuel fabrication and enrichment, with reprocessing used nuclear fuel and disposal of the toxic waste from this entire radioactive stream. And it may include nuclear reactors and, wait for it, more data centers. Every phase of the nuclear fuel cycle emits deadly radiation into the environment. There is no safe level of radiation exposure. If any state should know that, it should be Utah, with hundreds of thousands of downwinder victims and still more getting cancer and dying every day from that exposure decades ago. Call Governor Cox, 801-538-1000, and tell him, how stupid do you think we are? Nuclear waste isn't a joke. It's not a job creator. It's not an answer. It's not a future to hand to our kids. Don't waste Utah.